The story begins with Logan, formerly known as the Wolverine, waking up groggy and disheveled in the back of a limousine. It's the middle of the night, and when he steps out, he encounters a Mexican gang trying to steal the limo's wheels. Calmly trying to stop them, Logan is shot with the shotgun. He reveals his claws, though one doesn't fully extend, and despite his pain and slow reflexes, he savagely defeats most of the gang before the rest flee. It's the year 2029. Logan, who appears no older than 50, is actually over 170 years old. His healing ability is failing, and the adamantium inside him is slowly poisoning his body. He now coughs up blood and lives in chronic pain. Mutants are nearly extinct with no new births in the past 25 years. Logan now works as a limo driver in El Paso under the name James Howlett. He also carries an adamantium bullet with him, a last resort in case he ever wants to end it all. While waiting for a client at a funeral, a woman named Gabriela Lopez approaches him, clearly knowing who he is. She asks for his help, but Logan declines. As Gabriela drives off, a young girl in the backseat silently watches Logan. Later, a man named Donald Pierce enters Logan's limo. Pierce, who knows all about Logan and his violent past, also seems to know that Logan is taking care of a certain someone south of the border, Charles Xavier. Pierce wants what Gabriela has and gives Logan his card, stating he is head of security at a biotech company called Alkali Transigen. Logan travels into Mexico to a rundown facility where he and Caliban, an albino mutant with tracking abilities, are taking care of Professor Xavier. Charles is now elderly, frail, and mentally deteriorating due to the brain disease. His seizures emit dangerous psychic blast, paralyzing everyone around him unless he is injected with a special serum. Logan and Caliban argue about the difficulty of maintaining Charles' medication and Logan's own deteriorating condition. Later, Logan is called to a motel to pick up two passengers. He finds Gabriella again, this time with a young girl, Laura, whom she claims is her 11-year-old daughter. She offers Logan $50,000 to take them to a place called Eden in North Dakota. She hands him coordinates and $20,000 upfront. Logan reluctantly agrees and returns to prepare. He tells Charles their dream of buying a boat might come true. However, when Logan returns to the motel, Gabriella has been murdered and Laura is gone. He finds her message on Gabriella's phone warning him that they have been found. Returning home, Logan is surprised to discover that Laura has hidden in his limo trunk. Xavier warmly welcomes her, sensing a deep connection, while Logan is wary, predicting she'll be in trouble. Soon, Donald Pierce arrives. Logan denies Laura is there, but she emerges, knocking Pierce out with a metal pipe. Logan orders Caliban to dump Pierce in the desert. However, the Reverse elite enforcers from Transigen soon show up, recover Pierce, and capture Caliban. Inside the facility, two Rivers try to take Laura, who calmly eats cereal. Moments later, they are heard screaming. Laura walks out, throws a severed head at Pierce's feet, and reveals claws. Two from each hand, one from each foot. She fights viciously alongside Logan, and the trio escapes in the limo. Meanwhile, Caliban is tortured with sunlight by the Reavers, forcing him to help them track Logan, Xavier, and Laura. Logan demands answers, and Xavier tells him Laura is a lot like him. Searching Gabriella's phone, Logan finds a video she recorded. Gabriella was a nurse at Transigen, a facility where children like Laura were genetically engineered using DNA from diseased mutants. They were born to surrogate mothers and raised under harsh conditions to be weapons. However, the children were deemed failures because of their emotions. Transigen then created a newer, obedient version, X-24, and ordered the termination of the others. Gabriella helped the children escape and identified Eden in the North Dakota as their sanctuary. She also reveals that Logan is Laura's biological father. The trio stops in Oklahoma City and checks into a hotel. Logan discovers Laura reading an X-Men comic book that contains the coordinates for Eden. He becomes frustrated, believing Eden is fictional. He tells Laura the X-Men stories are fantasies and storms off. At that moment, Charles suffers another seizure, paralyzing everyone nearby. Logan, one of the few able to resist, fights through the effects and kills the Reaver, who had infiltrated the hotel. He injects Xavier with the serum, ending the episode, and the three escape again. While driving, they nearly collide with a robotic truck and a pickup truck full of horses. Xavier uses his powers to calm the animal. The truck's driver, Will Munson, along with his wife, Catherine, and son Nate, thank Logan and invite them to dinner. Though Logan wants to leave, he stays for Charles' sake. After dinner, Logan helps Will fix their water pump and is confronted by a local thug. Logan quickly handles the situation, scaring the men off. Meanwhile, Xavier rests upstairs, unaware that the Logan who enters his room is not the real one. Xavier speaks from the heart, expressing guilt over a past weekend, implied to be a seizure that killed many of the X-Men in Westchester. Suddenly, the intruder stabs Xavier through the chest. Laura tries to protect him, and it's revealed the attacker is X-24, a clone of Logan, younger, faster, and mindless. X-24 kills Catherine and Nate. Will returns and is killed too, but not before crashing into X-24 with his truck and shooting him. Logan carries the dying Xavier outside, where Charles utters the name of their dream board and Logan buries him in the woods. Caliban, in captivity, sacrifices himself by detonating grenades to kill some of the Reavers, quoting his mother's words, "Beware the light." Dr. Rice and Pierce survive. Logan and Laura flee again, and Logan collapses from tetanus. He wakes in a clinic where a doctor offers help and reveals that the adamantium is killing him. Logan refuses aid and leaves. Laura finally speaks, thanking him in Spanish. She told him of her transition friends and begs him to take her to Eden. He reluctantly agrees, intending to prove it doesn't exist. They arrive near Eden and Laura drives the final stretch. The children welcome them and Logan is shaved in his sleep as a prank. Richter, one of the kids, gives Logan a healing serum, warning not to take it all at once. Logan tells Laura his job is done and confesses that everyone he loves dies, so he must leave. Laura coldly replies, "Then I'll be fine." The next morning, Logan sees that the Reaver have arrived. He rushes to stop them while the children fight back but are overwhelmed. Injecting the entire serum dose, Logan slaughters many Reavers. He confronts Dr. Rice, who admits to causing mutant extinction via virus in food supplies. Rice also reveals he is the son of a man killed by Wolverine at Weapon X. Logan shoots him and goes after Pierce. X-24 is released again and brutally battles Logan. The children use their powers to kill Pierce. As Logan weakens, X-24 impales him on a tree branch. Laura shoots X-24 in the head with Logan's adamantium bullet. She runs to Logan and cuts him free, but his wounds won't heal. Logan tearfully tells Laura to run, that she is free now. She calls him Daddy. Logan smiles and says, "So, this is what it feels like before dying." The children bury Logan and mark his grave with a cross, which Laura turns sideways to form an X.